Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today we're taking a journey into the past as we explore the rich history and remarkable architecture of the Bissell House in Milford, Michigan. This one's right up my alley, as the home is currently a tattoo studio named Dearly Departed and is owned by tattoo extraordinaire Mark Clifford. Trust me, you're definitely not going to want to miss this one. But before we get started, I've totally got to drop in this quick intro, and maybe while I'm doing that, you guys could give my channel a quick subscribe! Alright, let's get started. This magnificent house, built in 1880, has witnessed the evolution of the Milford community and experienced its fair share of transformations over the years. The Bissell House was constructed for Edward J. Bissell, a prominent lawyer who arrived in Milford in the early 1870s. Mr. Bissell was deeply involved in the Milford community and played a vital role in shaping its development. He was not only a highly regarded lawyer, but also served as the receiver during the bank failure of 1891. Furthermore, he was a partner in several local manufacturing ventures, including the Milford Doorknob Factory. His dedication to public service extended as he held positions such as village clerk of Milford and circuit court commissioner. In 1898, Edward Bissell sold this elegant brick house to Lehman Kate, a produce buyer who made significant additions to the property. One notable addition was the large modern porch that was added in the same year, in 1899. Kate further enhanced the house by installing steam heating fixtures, bringing comfort and convenience to its residents. The house changed hands once again in 1906 when John T. Watkins, a local grocer, purchased it. Watkins made his mark on the property by remodeling and expanding it to meet his needs. He removed the north entrance porch and constructed a larger porch using sturdy cement blocks. Another porch on the south side was completely removed. Additionally, Watkins added a small wing at the back of the house, which included a cistern, pantry woodshed, and a wood lattice second-story porch. As we explore the Bissell House, it's impossible to overlook its architectural marvels. This stunning brick Italianate villa is a true gem and holds the distinction of being the first Milford building to be listed on the Michigan State Register of Historic Sites. The house boasts a remarkable Second Empire slate mansard roof, an octagonal two-story slate roof brick tower, and Italianate bracketing. Elaborate wood scrollwork adorns the window, adding a touch of elegance to the exterior. The Bissell House beckons you with not one, not two, but three charming porches. The main entrance porch wraps around the west and north sides and is accessed via a beautiful cut stone walkway. The side entrance porch on the north side offers another access point. Additionally, there's a porch on the south side of the front tower, although it has no external access. The grand double front door, adorned with stunning ruby-etched glass panels, serves as an exquisite entryway to this remarkable residence. But before we step inside, let's hear what our tour guide Meg has to say about the property.
I've heard a lot of weird things from people in the community and whatnot. I've heard that Houdini's done a trick here at some point. All the woodwork is all original and stuff like that. Davey, he's fucking it up. Get out. Originally, all these shutters were thrown in the basement, actually, and we had a hard time matching them back up with each window because they're custom made for each window. We finally found out that there's Roman numerals carved in each of the windows, in each of the shutters. So we, got the little code and went and matched them all up and whatnot. We eventually moved into the whole house. Kind of after COVID, the renter below us moved out and we got to take over the whole building. It's pretty cool. It's really rad. We've been working on painting the whole house black. So that's been an ongoing process. I've heard from people in the community that there is a pregnant woman who lived here and gave birth here and actually died during childbirth. And because there were grave robbings going on for medical school students, they would rob graves and then practice on their bodies and whatnot. They actually buried her down in the yard because they didn't want anyone to steal her from the cemetery. So then she was later exhumed and moved somewhere else. We've also been called up and asked about a tunnel in our basement. We have not been able to find said tunnel in our basement. So what the person told us was that it went to the crematorium, supposedly. But we've gone down in the basement and there's cobblestone walls and whatnot. And we've tried to poke around and it's all sealed off. Pulling books off the shelves and shit. Yeah, for sure. But no, there's nothing down there as far as I know, but I'm sure there was at some point.
Wow, Meg, it looks like this home's got quite a history. Why don't we take a look inside? As we enter the home, we discover a treasure trove of original features and architectural wonders. A fretwork arch elegantly divides the dining room and the back parlor, adding a touch of sophistication. Intricate plaster ceiling medallions adorn the parlor, sitting room, dining room, and foyer. In the dining room, a painted and marbleized metal fireplace serves as a centerpiece, blending beauty and functionality seamlessly. The graceful curved staircase in the foyer leads to a second floor, beckoning us to explore further. And of course, we cannot forget to mention its incredible collection of artwork and oddities that Mark and the staff at Dearly Departed have added to this home. Although the Bissell House has had its share of challenges, it has stood the test of time thanks to its dedicated owners. In the 1960s, the house faced the threat of demolition when plans were made to build a gas station in its place. However, the village council stepped in and rejected the proposal, saving this historical gem. The owner at the time, Charles Fisher, then sold the house to Mr. and Mrs. Robert Craigie in 1968. Over the next 10 years, the Craigies lovingly restored the house, bringing it back to its former grandeur. Today, the Bissell House continues to enchant visitors, but has taken on a new purpose. The home now houses a tattoo and piercing studio called Dearly Departed, where creativity merges with history, adding an intriguing twist to this remarkable space. The studio is home to 6 incredibly talented tattoo artists, as well as one heck of a piercer. We have Mark Clifford, who specializes in black and gray illustrative tattoos, Matthew Limbers with the neo-traditional bangers, Davey Broyles bringing us those American traditional tattoos, Mike Mangrum with his illustrative traditional masterpieces, Kennedy Peterson, another black and gray illustrative magician, as well as Andrew Sinelli, who specializes in traditional ink slinging. In addition to the 6 extremely talented tattoo artists, we also have one professional hole puncher, or piercer, who is a good friend of mine, and his name is, of course, Matthew Borza. So if you're in the market for a new tattoo or a piercing, you should definitely check these guys out by clicking the link in the description down below, or by simply typing www.dearlydepartedtattoo.com into your browser. Oh yeah, they have some pretty sweet merch as well. I mean, just check out this rad shirt that I'm wearing. As we conclude our journey through the Bissell House in Milford, Michigan, we're reminded of the importance of preserving our historical treasures. This architectural masterpiece stands as a testament to the rich history of the area and the passion of those who have worked tirelessly to restore and to protect it. Join us next time as we delve into another captivating chapter of our past. Before you go though, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of the most awesome videos on the entire interwebs. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, I'm a real estate agent in Metro Detroit as well. So if you know someone who's looking to buy or sell a home, you should totally have them give me a call at 947-414-0378. As always, I appreciate the heck out of you, my friends, and until next time, bye! Should we do it again? Take 16? All right, yeah, let's go.